Welcome to another episode of Where Does the Time Go? Hi, I'm Sandy, also known as BS Demonstrators. Today we're going to learn how to create a very simple card called a wiper card. When you pull open the card, a little message pops up. In order to create this card, you need just a few basic supplies. You need some kind of a scoring tool, your cardstock, and double-sided tape. The first thing you're going to do is cut 2 pieces of cardstock, 4 1/4 inches wide to 8 1/2 inches long. You're going to score each of these cardstocks so that from the one edge you score at 5 1/2 inches and 7 1/2 inches. And you're going to repeat that for both pieces of cardstock. The other piece of cardstock you're going to needs to be 1 1/2 inches wide by 3 inches long. And you're going to score that cardstock so that it goes across diagonally so that this is cut in half in essence. Okay, we're going to fold that over so that this piece is 1 1/2 inches and this is 1 1/2 inches as well. Now once you've got that cut and scored, you're going to fold this so that I've got the 2 short ends, the 2 short pieces that are scored on the left side, and this first side is going to score up into a valley fold, and this one here is going to score down. So now when you're done, it looks like that. Now repeat the same procedure for the other piece of cardstock, making nice clean folds. There we go. And like I showed you before, you're going to want to take this piece and just fold this one back. So it looks like so. Okay, the first thing you're going to want to do after you've done that is double-side tape this little piece down. What we're going to do is add a little bit of double-sided tape onto that piece that we have scored in half, like so, and like so. Now this little piece is going to sit under this piece. Now I'm not actually attaching this yet. I just want to show you what it looks like, then I'll flip it over. So that this entire piece here sits underneath and is hidden. So we're just going to flip this over. Notice I'm attaching it to the inside one. We're just going to line it up here. And make sure that you put a lot of pressure on there to make sure it sticks really well. Alright, so now it looks like so. Okay, you can see that sticking up there now. Alright, so now all we have to do, we'll fold this back over, is put double-sided tape on this outside scored piece here. And we want this to stick really well, so we're going to make sure that we go up the entire length here, otherwise it might come apart after a little bit of use, and we don't want that to happen. Okay, I'm going to pull this off. And this is going to line up to this one. And I find it's easier to put the double-sided tape on the bottom and then put the other one on the top and line it up. And then place it down, going all the way across. Alright, now we want to repeat the same steps for the other side. So we need to include double-sided tape over here. And over here. There we go. And I'll just peel this off. There we go. And I'm not going to try to match it up this way. I'm going to repeat that going from the back end and just placing it and working my way forwards, because sometimes what happens is if you didn't cut these exactly even, then you'll end up with a bubble in the middle, which ends up being quite silly. Okay, so now you've got your basic down. So I'm just going to play with this a little bit just to get it to be a little bit more malleable. This little piece up here that you can see is going to just get folded. Let me move this up here. Just going to get folded underneath as we close this. And then you're just going to flatten it out really well. You might want to use your bone folder for that. And then that way, when you open it up, it'll pop up and pop back in really easily. And the more often you do that, then the better it will be scored and flattened, and then the better it will pop back in there. And then when you're done, you'll end up with a little card that when you open it up, it pops up the little saying. You could add a little bit of cardstock here to write your message if you want. There's no point in adding it to the back side because you never see it. And that's it. So after you've made a few of these, then you'll know where the time has gone.